Okay, now let's go to the scrap design to create sketch like this to make this scrap. Okay, let's go. Click scrap design, go to create using blank boundary plus sketch. Okay, station number is 1, it's okay. Project to strip, sketch section, you click this part, this part. Now you can get a sketch environment, and now what we need to do is to create this sketch. Okay, now I take this point, find the perpendicular, in the same way on the neighbor side I also click the same point using perpendicular, click in here. Okay, so it is very important for you to click the same point on the neighbor, so it will not create gap on the scrap. Now in this sketch I create a slightly beyond the sheet metal boundary. It is very good way to avoid any small gap, because NX will not recognize if you create this line inside the sheet metal boundary. It will create an empty space. But if you create sketch outside the sheet metal boundary here, it will not create empty space, and NX will only recognize until this sheet metal boundary. This is very good. You can see in here I always create a slightly over the sheet metal boundary, so I will get a scrap will be good without any potential problem in the future. Now I will create offset, because in here you see offset also. One thing you need to concern is that thick enough to hold this sheet metal or not. If not, you can add more, because it will hold a stamping force, also the bending force. As you can see in here, this is what I mean. You will create this kind of holding geometry, this one. Now I want to create the pilot hole. This one, you see, it's gonna become the pilot hole. Okay, the upper side is similar now, the sketch. Now I will go to the lower side to create similar sketch. One thing I need to remind again, if I click the same point, so the neighbor also must in the same point also. And oh, sorry. And make a slightly outside the sheet metal boundary, beyond the sheet metal boundary. Okay, now I create the pilot hole. Okay, the result is similar with this sketch and this sketch. And then I click close, finish. Now it have 28. I press shift, click, and then I just only click again connected curves. So the definition, which area is closed, project to strip, and then I click apply. Now you can see NX automatically create the scrap in here. After that, I will divide, become 8 different scrap, and assign this as the pilot hole. In order to do that, hole a boundary, with a closed curve, it's not the whole boundary. I will go to a piloting, project to strip, and select the curve in here. this will be assigned as piloting. You see the color change, the piloting, the piercing color is this way, is this cyan. And then I will also define this as the pilot hole. Now I will split this sheet metal, become 8 different using edit. Here you can have split, merge, everything. Also you can delete if you want to change it. I can split. First I click this and then select split curve, click this, click apply. Now as you can see, if I want to show you here, I can use delete. You see there are two different scrap in here. Okay, now okay, if I want to split, select scrap, in here I want to using split curve, this, click apply. Now I have two scrap, you see. Okay, I want to split this, the split curve. Okay, split this using split curve. In the same way, I want to split this using this split curve. Okay, now I want to check again. Now in here we still have two connected, so I have to split again using split curve, this one, apply. And the final, I want to split this curve using this, and the final I have to split this using split curve. Okay, now I have 8 different. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different scrap. Okay, I have 8 different scrap. It's almost like it's same like same like this one. Okay, so after this finish, I will go to strip layout. Click this. As you can see in here, nav station number 18. Maybe I will go just only 13. I don't know, maybe 14. Strip layout definition. I will click create. So it will automatically create 18 posts with the scrap and the pilot hole as I already make in this scrap definition. Okay, now as you can see in here, this is the scrap that I already create sketch in this stage, the scrap design, and then the strip layout is the stage. It will show new window. You can see all the scrap will be gathering in here, but one thing you need to do is to divide all the scrap into each post, into each relevant post. You can see in here. Okay, by default will be in the station 1, and we need to arrange that. Okay, the strip layout design. So this is the strip layout design that I need to redistribute based on the each post. Strip layout design will give you an interactive way. You can using this window in here, and you can use the preview like this one. Now after station in here, you can see the part just only the bracket place. You can close it. So NX will default automatically open intermediate path at the bracket place, the final product. Now I need to open, and then using bracket place stop. So bracket place stop actually is an assembly, this assembly. So you can use from final to final 8 and then rearrange inside this window. Let me show you. Now it will open. You can see NX automatically distribute the final 7 in station 2, final in station 3, and so on, and also the final like this one. Okay. Now what you need to do is to rearrange all this into appropriate pose. For example, in the station 1, it show that we have the final 8, the product. I mean, not the product, the blank part. Okay. In the station 2, I have this the forming simulation. Station 3, I have also this forming simulation. Oh no, not forming simulation, but the piercing simulation. In final 5, I have the forming simulation, and so on. Now I need to redistribute the scrap. So it means that I will remove the final product, the final into last stage in the station 14. Just only drag and drop, and then also moving the scrap, this scrap scrap 3 and scrap 9 into final station. So the way of thinking is this scrap will hold until station 14, and in the station 14 will be trimmed out. So you're gonna have the final product in here. Now the final one, maybe I can remove, I can drag and drop to section 13, final 2, final 3, final 4, final 5, final 6. Now you can see in here the way of thinking is in here we have V-bend, and then 90 degree, and then trim. But it is impossible, right? You bending 90 degree and then you trim together. So it means you move this to post 13 become 12, 12 become 2, and then so I need to modify. Final 6 need to replace to station 7. Final 5 station 8. Just only, you know, move it to the correct position. Okay, now so it means in here the way of thinking is I bend 90, I bend using V-bend in here, and then I bend using Z-bend. So it means I have to copy this part into this stage number 13. So I click, copy, and then go here, right click and paste. Now you can see the sequence is V-bend, Z-bend, trim the part. In here also you can see this is still flat, shape the geometry, make the piercing, in here still empty, make the feature like this, make the feature like this, and then so on. So in the final 7 I will move to station 6. Now in here I want to hide the sheet metal, hide the sheet body, I mean. Okay, let's check again. You need to be careful to ensure that when you create strip layout is in the good logical way about each step in pose, in every pose in the progressive die. In here we have a piercing after the part finish, Z-bend, V-bend, see, and then create the forming feature, the piercing feature, the forming feature, the big one, the special piercing feature, and in here we have the forming feature. So it means in here we have blank sheet metal in here to here. okay, from post 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it means that in here I want to move the scrap, the big one, this one, into station 5 in here. So it means in here I use the pierce tool, split in each part like this, and then form this part. Okay, I need to redistribute the scrap. You can see now. Okay, I don't need this part, the final 8. I can close it. So now let's check the logical way of thinking for this progressive die. The post 1, I create the pilot hole. Post 2, I create the piercing, this piercing. 3, this piercing. 4, this piercing. 5, split the part, so I using this piercing. 5, 6 is to create this forming feature. 7, make this special piercing hole. 8, create this forming. 9, create this forming, 2 forming. 10 is create special piercing for each forming. 11, create the special forming in this one like this. 12 is create V band, and 13 create Z band, and the final stage 14 is trim out the holder. Okay, now after the sequence is correct based on your logical way of how to create this part in progressive dice, and then you go in here, strip layout definition, you can go to simulate piercing from station 1 to station 14, and X will automatically create the simulation of the piercing itself. Now you can see in here, now we still have overlapping material, so I want to remove these overlapping materials. Click layout definition, remove blank material from post number 6 to number 14. 6 to number 14. Now you can see, right, it's now become a good shape. So this is the geometry that holds this part. In here we have strip layout that's split between part. Okay, so in here we have the pilot hole, stripping, create this one, stripping, create this one, strip layout, this strip part, create this one, and this strip, split the parts. Okay, and then we have slightly more materials in here. I need to remove it. Just a double click, and then you choose solid body, and then you click. You want to delete this part. This part. Now you have the finish strip layout. From post 1 to post 14. It's same like in this here. Okay, thank you very much, and please watch my next step video. Thank you.